How's everybody doing today? Well, we're here at the Cincinnati Southern again. Will's doing the video work. Thought we'd invite you back. We can run some trains and have some fun. And I thought I'd tell you a little bit about the history of the Cincinnati Southern. This room came out of service back in 1991 and in July, and I had an idea of what I wanted to do here, so I put the dimensions of the room on graph paper, and then I came up with a track plan, and I wanted three objectives. One, I wanted wide aisles so it'd be viewer friendly, and then two, I wanted to have big gradual curves because I like to run long trains, and then third objective was just 1% grades because I didn't want to really have a steep grade to climb with long trains. Why don't you go ahead and come on up in the dispatcher booth here with me. Come on up. Will and I are up here in the dispatcher booth now, and in front of me here I've got a few blocks, signals to run the signals, the red and green signals, and also to run the track blocks. And it's just very simple. It's double pole, double throw switches. None of the wiring on my Cincinnati Southern is really that fancy. It's just kind of, it works and it seems to do what I want it to do, but it's not real fancy. I know some of the guys in the hobby that have all kinds of fancy wiring. One fella had LED lights to show that other LED lights were working. Anyway, but if, say, like we wanted to throw this signal right down here, if Will can pan around the signal down here at MG, it would be running off of this switch, and right, you know, pan down there on that green one, and then say like with the dispatcher's up here and he wants to throw a red signal down there, he throw the red signal, or he can throw the double pole, double throw back to green. And so that's kind of a fun aspect when we're operating. But kind of as we look out across the room, like I mentioned, it came out of service for us here at the funeral home in 91, and it measures 22.5 by 54. It's a big rectangle. All my bench work is 1 by 4 strips, drywall screwed together. There again, nothing real fancy. I was going to cover it with scenery, so I didn't need kitchen cupboards or anything like that. And the wide aisles make it nice for viewing, for people to come in and see it. And then, of course, the big curves and the gradual grades are what I like in the way of operating. Collected a few lanterns over the years. Stopped collecting them. I think, why in the world did you do that? Well, I don't know. I enjoyed them. But anyway, there's a bunch of lanterns here, and I've elected to hang them from the ceiling and display them. My hillsides are just plaster Paris cloth, like you get wrapped up at the emergency room. Matter of fact, that's where I got it, from one of the hospital friends. Got me 2 cases of the stuff, and it's over pasteboard webbing. And so then I painted it flat black first, and then I dusted on some auto gray primer and some green and brown, and then took off and started putting my version of the clump foliage trees on with a hot glue gun. Again, they're not perfect trees, but they look good. I like the way they look, and I figured if I ever got this done, I'd need 17,000 trees. So if I did a half a dozen a night on a TV tray, I'd still be doing trees instead of having fun running trains. So basically that's the railroad. It's the 4th one that I've built. I've built 3 others before this, and again, you learn each time. If I was to build a 5th one, and I don't think I will, but if I was to build a 5th one, I'd do some things different. My bench work is 3 feet wide out from the walls, and it should be 2.5 because it's pretty hard to reach clear back to the wall. Although I do have big radius curves, the biggest is 46 inches. and then the smallest is 36, 34 inches. I think I'd try to get every curve in the room 48, 46, just as big as I could, because I like the way they look and the way the trains run and so forth. So. Okay, well, I think we better run some trains, don't you, Will?
Of course.
Okay, well, let's run some trains, and I hope everybody out there on your site and all your buddies out there enjoy our efforts.
Soldiers and Nixons